Hello, so this is A-level mathematics, and I'm going to continue with the quadratics where we left. We were on sketching a quadratic curve, and I will start with a question. Give a question that sketch the graph of y equals to 2x squared minus 4x plus 7. As you can see, the coefficient of x squared is positive, so this would be a cup upwards, and the y-intercept is 7. Now we need to find the turning point. In order to find the turning point, we need to complete the square. In order to complete the square, the first step is to make the coefficient of x square 1, take 2 common, so x square minus 2x plus 3.5, and then add and subtract the square of half of the coefficient of x, which is 2, so 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 1 square minus 1 square plus 3.5. Now we can complete the square. We can take this x, this negative, and this one, and we have completed the square plus 2.5. So this would become 2x minus 1 whole square plus 5. So 1 comma 5 becomes our turning point, and this is our y-intercept. So we can sketch it over here just like this. Our next topic is the maximum minimum value. Y equals ax minus b whole square plus c is the completed square form. This value of c is minimum when it is a cup upwards or a is positive. This value of c is a maximum when a is negative or it is a cup downwards, as you can see over here, or you can see over here that b comma c, if it is a cup upwards, then this value is minimum, and if it is a cup downwards, then this value automatically becomes maximum. Our next topic is, do bear in mind that roots are the x-intercepts. They occur when y equals 0. We have, for example, we have y is equals to 2x squared plus 3x plus 11. When we put y equals 0, we need to solve this equation. 2x squared plus 3x plus 11. We cannot factorize it, so what we can do is put it in the quadratic formula, minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So b square minus 4ac, if the value of b square minus 4ac is positive or greater than 0, then there are two roots. If this value equals 0, then there are one root, and if this value is less than 0, then there are no roots at all. So if we check that b square minus 4ac, 3 square minus 4 into 2 into 11 is negative 79. So what we can conclude is that this equation 2x squared plus 3x plus 11 have no root at all. It is either above the x-axis, it is in fact above the x-axis. If this graph would have been a cup downward curve, then it would, and then there are no roots, then the curve would be below the x-axis. Now let's formally write down the information we have just studied. Roots b square minus 4ac is the discriminant, and if this discriminant b square minus 4ac is positive, then there are two distinct real roots, as you can see, two roots. If this b square minus 4ac is 0, then there are two equal repeated real roots. As you can see, if the question says equal roots or repeated roots, then you have to apply this formula. And if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then there are no real roots. Either the curve is above or below the x-axis. So let's do a question. Find the set of values of k for which 2x squared minus 6x plus k minus 8 equals to 0 has two distinct real roots. What we can do is, we can see is that over here it says two distinct real roots, which implies that b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. So just identify the values of a, b and c. A is 2, b is negative 6, and c is k minus 8. So just put in the values. B square minus 4ac is greater than 0, 36 minus 8 k minus 8 greater than 0, 36 minus 8k plus 64 greater than 0, 36 plus 64 is 100, minus 8k is less than 100, and k is less than negative 12.5. So this is the answer. It says to find the set of values of k. Our next topic is point of intersection of a line and a quadratic curve. Whenever there is a quadratic curve and a line, always perform the substitution method to find the point of intersection. So over here y is equal to 2x square minus 6x minus 3 and y is equal to 5x plus 1. Just equate them and you will get a quadratic form, which is the standard form of a quadratic equation. Just solve this up using quadratic formula. So if b square minus 4ac, now if this b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, yes, or is positive, then that means that there are two point of intersections. If it equals to 0, then that means that there are only one point of intersection. And if it is less than 0, then that means that there are no point of intersection. So we can see over here that b square is 1 square minus 4 into 2 into 2. This becomes 1 minus 4 to the 8 into the 16. So 1 minus 16 is minus 15. So it is less than 0. So that means that there are no point of intersections for this case. Our next heading is regarding a line and a quadratic curve. Step number 1, we have already studied that we need to equate them and analyze using b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then that means that there are two roots. So that means two intersections. So that means that they intersect at two distinct points, and this is the case. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then that means that the line is tangent to the curve and there is only one point of intersection. And if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then that means that the line and the curve does not intersect. The line does not meet the curve. Do bear in mind that if the question says that line meets the curve only, then that means that either it could have two intersections or one intersection. So it should be b square minus 4ac greater or equal to 0. Let's see a question over here. A line y is equal to 2x plus c meets the curve y is equal to 2x square minus 6x plus 3c minus 2 at two distinct points. Find the set of values of c. So two distinct points implies that b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. So first equate the curves, find the values of a, b and c, and b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Just plug in the values and you will get the answer. C is less than 5. Our next heading is inequalities. Quadratic inequalities. There are basically four steps for it. You have the first step is to factorize the quadratic equation. The second step is to sketch using the shape and the x-intercept. Step number 3 is to color the correct region, and step number 4 is write down an inequality for x for the colored region. So our question is that solve the inequality x square minus 6x minus 16 is less than 0. So x square minus 8x, we will factorize it, 16, so minus 8x plus 2x minus 16, and taking x common, x minus 8 plus 2 common, x minus 8, so x plus 2 and x minus 8 is less than 0 becomes the factorization. Now after performing step number 1, we can perform step number 2. Step number 2 is to write the x-intercepts minus 2 and 8 and sketch the curve. Sketch is cup upwards because x square is positive. So after making it, just shade the region. X is, it says less than 0. So less than 0 means the value of y less than 0. Less than 0, it's between. This is the green region is the required shaded area. So we have performed 1, step number 2 and 3. Now step number 4 is just to write down the inequality. So the inequality becomes x is between negative 2 and 8. So with this we have ended up with our chapter quadratics, and thanks for watching. Do like and share my video and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.